Ria 897 dan seperti anda tahu, anda masih bertemankan Azura dalam RIAKRUZ, and today it's exciting. Anda boleh join us secara live di Facebook Ria 897. Saya bersama dengan The Kings of Hip Hop, Joe Flizzow dan juga MK. Seperti kita tahu, mereka baru saja mengeluarkan lagu terbaru. Let's chat them up and find out about them. Hey guys.
Apa khabar Singapore?
Wow. Joe, how are you?
I'm good, Azura. Thank you for having us on the show.
Thank you for being here with us. MK, how are you?
I'm good. Hi.
Dan anda berdua sekarang ni di seberang tambak lah kan? Are you both in KL?
I'm in KL, yes.
Sam.
Ya, dan terima kasih kerana bersama kami dalam AG Studios. Ni merupakan pertama kali kita berjumpa, and I want to know more about your music dan sebagainya. I'm going to touch just a little bit on Chow kerana saya tahu bahawa anda berdua telah pun melakukan banyak sangat interviews and all that. So, I don't want to be asking you the same questions. We have been playing your song, and saya rasa bahawa ramai di antara mereka, even in Singapore, you've got a huge, hip-hop fan base. You've got many, many fans of K-Click, of MK, of Joe Flizzow. So kita ingin tahu daripada anda, we know that Alif made the beat for Chow, and Joe, personally for you, saya ingin tahu when you rap, when you make a song, for example, do you usually start with, lyrics? Do you consider yourself a wordsmith, or do you hear the beat and then you just sort of like go with it?
I mean, they go hand in hand. That's why it's rap, rhythm and poetry. Yeah, I would think setiap MC would consider themselves wordsmiths, and I would like to think that every MC has the same opinion that they're the best rapper in the world. I think that's how every rapper should approach the game. But having said that, I am the type of writer that would write. Kebiasaannya saya akan tulis selepas mendengar lagu tersebut, Ada juga orang yang saya pernah dengar, ada orang yang diorang datang dengan already with the verses and mencari lagu. But secara lazimnya we let the beat speak to us, and apabila Alif hantar saya lagu ni, saya rasa dalam hari yang sama saya terus record.
Oh wow.
Right.
Dan MK, is it the same for you? Buat anda juga? Do you find the beat first and then sort of let the words flow gitu?
Nah, first bagi saya first dengar beat and then the vibe yang ada daripada artis dalam track tu, energy semua, and then baru aku akan dapat vibe yang sama dan energy yang sama, dan insyaAllah apa yang aku deliver pun akan sama seperti yang dorang deliver. Something like that.
Right, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Dan
macam MK cakap tu, vibe tu penting, lagi-lagi kalau lagu kolaborasi. We try to project the same kind of energy, then everybody got to sound good. Yeah.
Dan I think that hip-hop antara genre, that collaborations happen very often, and that's amazing. Kerana kita tahu bahawa, just one head, just one person, yeah, you can create magic, but magic happens apabila, anda bergabung tenaga, anda bergabung suara dan sebagainya. So, how important do you think is collaboration in creating art, in creating music?
I just turned my light on. I think kolaborasi tu penting kerana pertama sekali supaya seseorang artis tu tidak plateau, supaya seseorang artis tu tidak terlalu manja, kerana kadang-kadang music evolves, jadi kita pun harus evolve. Dan saya rasa pertama sekali kolaborasinya hampir selalu bermula dengan producer dan songwriter. Having other artists yang penyanyi dalam lagu tu, bagi saya memberikan lagu tu satu warna yang lain, dan just a different energy altogether. Like, not say different energy, but macam memeriahkan lagi lah suasana lagu tu kan. Yeah.
MK, I want to touch on this. Kerana, sorry, do you want to continue?
No.
MK, kita tahu bahawa anda, you have a group of people, 8 of you. Jadi,
Yeah.
kolaborasi itu merupakan sesuatu yang it's very normal for you. It's something that you have to work with. Dan dalam
Yes.
sebuah kumpulan, we know that camaraderie atau hubungan anda bersama dengan setiap anggota tu, it's a make or break because it will reflect in your art.
Betul.
Dan
Yeah.
so far, bagaimana, apa cara atau what's the approach that K-Click has taken so far?
K-Click, we as a group.
Hmm.
Same thing, we as a group, kami push each other. It means like macam yang apabila ada sesuatu yang baru atau energi yang someone bagi tu, dia akan ada benchmark. Jadi kita akan ikut benchmark setiap energi atau vibe tersebut. Jadi misal kata, for example one of the members ada buat satu improvement ke satu tahap yang seterusnya, macam yang ke tahap seterusnya, jadi kami terpaksa ikut lah. Jadi in a group, kolaborasi tu penting sebab dalam masa yang sama dia push each other. Jadi antara kami dengan K-Click, saya dengan K-Click, kami masing-masing membantu satu sama lain lah. Jadi kolaborasi ni sebenarnya penting lah. As a group dan kolaborasi dengan artis lain. Jadi dengan artis lain kita akan dapat banyak belajar benda seperti vibe baru, energi, cara, teknik diorang apa semua. Jadi kita akan belajar untuk keep up the same energy atau vibe tu.
Right, absolutely. Saya setuju sangat-sangat. I think that's great. Dan, if kalau kita stagnant, if we plateau, then we're not moving. Dan saya rasa, I may be speaking just for myself, tapi I think I'd like to speak on behalf of MK juga. Kerana Joe, you've sort of like paved the way for people like MK and I, our generation. You've paved the way for Southeast Asian hip hop. You've paved the way for Malaysian hip-hop, Malay hip-hop for that matter. Dan saya ingin tahu, let's take you not through a journey lah kan, kita tak ada sampai besok. Tapi if we just look in your, more than 30 years of experience, that's gold, man. That's gold.
Yeah. I'm lucky. Like I've been in the game 22 years. And they say that orang yang you say do something you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. That's certainly how it feels for me. Tapi pada masa yang sama, saya daripada dulu kami berpendapat bahawa hip hop merupakan satu platform yang sangat baik untuk anak muda express their talent and express apa yang terpendam di dalam hati mereka. Kadang-kadang energi atau semangat membara anak-anak muda ni harus diharness, dan supaya mereka let it out secara positif. So bagi saya, community hip hop di Malaysia bukan kami sahaja yang bertanggungjawab untuk mempopularkan rap atau hip hop. Saya rasa ramai lagi pihak-pihak. Pertama sekali orang-orang yang datang sebelum kami. Orang-orang macam Sheikh Haikal di Singapura yang bagi saya adalah antara my biggest inspiration, when I saw them win Asia Bagus. Saya lihat, I told myself, okay, I want to do this too.
How old were you when they won?
I was 14 years old. And I remember I watched it at my cousin's house, and it was a family dinner, and all the cousins were sitting around the TV and we watched them win the semifinals and the finals, and then that just made me want to do it too. But yeah, as a collective, saya rasa community hip hop di Malaysia dan juga di Singapura, dari baik breakers, baik dancers, baik DJ, graffiti artists, for the last 20 lebih tahun, mungkin ramai orang yang harus diberikan the props lah, kerana it's a collective effort, and dari segi mungkin dari segi dalam industri music, kami memperjuangkan genre music rap ni untuk 20 tahun, dan sekarang banyak lagi pejuang-pejuang baru seperti MK. So I'm happy to be on this track with MK and happy to still be doing music 20 years later.
Absolutely, and we hope to see you, for another 20 years. And MK, anda merupakan, with the younger generation. Jadi, apabila anda mulakan career anda, or you wanted to start rapping dan sebagainya, there's already social media, for example. Dia macam channel tu, peluang untuk direka, kita boleh reka sendiri. Kalau mungkin dahulu, I believe it's more of menantikan peluang, but right now, we're in the era of you can create your own opportunities. Dan
Betul?
kalau if we look into both your journeys, how is it for you? Kerana saya tahu mungkin ada yang akan rasa macam, oh, it's easier now because you can just go online and post something. But
Betul?
with this era, saya rasa juga bahawa there are its own challenges.
Betul?
Yeah, so MK, let us know or tell us, beritahu kita, mungkin how has it been for you? Because pesat sangat, naik nama tu naik dengan pesat sangat.
Macam
Do you ever have that fear that the faster you rise, that, you know, the fear of falling?
fear of falling. Memang ada. Tapi untuk, in a way, untuk kekal, maintain atau relevan itulah macam yang Abang Jo cakap, ini adalah passion kami yang minat, bukan sahaja minat, that's daripada separuh daripada hidup saya sebagai seorang rapper dan hidup sebagai rapper di dalam dunia hip hop ni adalah satu benda yang saya suka, satu benda yang saya sudah cinta. I'm married to the game dan cakap, jadi apa pun yang aku buat, aku akan buat dengan 100% yang aku ada. Aku akan buat seikhlas mungkin dengan guide daripada Abang Jo, guide daripada orang yang terlebih dahulu daripada kami. That's why generasi muda seperti saya adalah untuk menghormati orang yang di atas, cari something, cari nasihat, belajar daripada orang. That's why adanya kolaborasi bersama orang ni adalah satu pembelajaran, satu blessing, satu achievement untuk saya untuk pergi lebih jauh dan insya-Allah untuk saya menjadi bukti dan membimbing lagi orang yang sama umur dengan saya, generasi yang sama dengan saya, insya-Allah. Peace.
That's great. That's amazing. Apabila saya dengar, you know, the both of you talk about this, I feel like it's so great to be talking to people who are so passionate about what they do. Dan I'm just going to touch a little bit, Joe. Tell us how hard it was pada masa itu, you know, because now it's a lot easier. You've paved the way. Tapi pada waktu tu, when you said you wanted to do hip hop and you said you wanted to do rap, di Malaysia dalam bahasa Melayu dan sebagainya, we know that you've mentioned in your songs, kan? Lirik-lirik anda, you've mentioned how hard it was. Describe us a little bit. We want to know you, you know, we know you're human.
Saya harus jujur, memang susah. Memang susah kerana tidak banyak peluang waktu itu dan show, tapi banyak show kecil underground. Tapi sejujurnya saya cakap walaupun kami banyak rintangan dan banyak masalah atau mungkin tak ada duit atau tapi tak pernah satu hari pun rasa susah kerana kita suka buat benda tu, you know, so it felt so fun. Macam rasa tak susah lah, macam rasa walaupun macam kereta mati tepi jalan and then, you know, kena tumpang kereta, like tak ada rasa susah because we're in it together, you know, we're like me and Malik and T-Bone and the boys, everything we did, we had really, it was a new experience for us. And macam contohnya macam pergi Indonesia, pergi buat show dekat stadium macam 30,000 orang. Memang pada dasarnya kita nampak nampak cool lah kan. But inside, we were like just a bunch of kids from KL, like okay, we gotta represent, we gotta, you know, because we're carrying the Malaysian flag and, you know, there's 25-30,000 people kat sini datang tengok kita. And you know, like, yeah, it's like susah dari segi like, okay, how do we up our level of our production, you know, we're performing with some of the biggest bands in Indonesia dan kita pun harus professional and then there's a certain level of performance yang kita nak hit. Tapi kita belajar dan kita harungi setiap masalah tu satu persatu. Kita tak pernah sekali pun saya rasa let them beat us even mentally. You know, walaupun kita pergi award show atau kalah. You know, the first few award shows, semua orang cakap, oh, Tufek gonna win everything, Tufek. And we lost everything. You know, the first AIM, kita kalah semua kategori, kita kalah. But we didn't go back and then say, okay, I'm gonna quit. No, we just like, okay, it's cool. The guy, orang yang menang pun kawan kita juga. So, it's like that lah. So, to answer your question, yes, there will be problems, but if you know where you want to land in the end, I think you just look at it like, okay, there's a block, okay, kita ikut jalan ni pula, kita ikut jalan tu pula. And at the same time, this is the most important thing. You just have fun doing it, you know, make sure that it's not, you know, of course, having success, having awards, making money, taking care of family, yes, this is all plus point, but you have to have fun doing it. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, panjang sikit MK jawapan. Tapi bagi saya, jawapan ni yang tu.
Great.
Yeah.
There's something about you guys, whatever you're saying, ni macam rasa. It's inspiring, man. you feel it, and we feel your love, your passion for the art. Dan, I want to transition to something here. Kerana kita tahu bahawa, you know, music, we live for it. You've established that you absolutely love it. But kadang-kala tu, when it comes to the arts, it eats you up as well. Dan, you know, some people have said that as an artist, you die twice. First, when you stop creating. Saya ingin tahu daripada anda berdua, have you ever felt something like that? You know, where you just feel absolutely,
You said
maybe a roadblock.
you said, as people say, you die twice, like once when you stop creating and once when you die, right? But
Yeah.
you also die 3 times. Once when they stop mentioning your name. So you know what I mean, I'm
Facts.
gonna add one more to
Oh,
you. So for me, it's about leaving a legacy. It's about
I'm going
leaving
to
a
quote you
legacy.
from now.
No, I just had to stand on you a bit, but yeah, for me it's like that. Yeah, you're right too, but that's new for me. I never heard that. I know, like, you die when you stop creating. That's true. So now we got 3. Because I used to tell people, like, you die twice. The second time you die is when they stop mentioning your name. You know, long
Right.
after you've already died. So yeah, I learned something new. You die when you stop creating. I believe that.
Yeah.
It's always, and also I feel like you always have to kita harus ada sifat ingin mencari sesuatu baru atau inquisitive, you know, kita macam apa ni, you know. So saya rasa secara yang senang kita dapat benda tu melalui travelling, belajar culture orang lain. Tapi now with the pandemic, I think we also have to figure out ways of how do we be inquisitive, how do we be more creative. What do you think, MK?
But for me,
Yeah.
Abang Joe dah bagi tahu semua dah. for me, MK banyak kali dah lepak dengan Abang Joe, and for me, saya banyak dengar apa-apa yang Joe cakap, banyak dengar apa cerita daripada pengalaman Abang Joe. For me, same thing untuk generasi saya adalah perlu mendengar, terima, adapt, buat.
Okay.
Ada sedikit improvise sekarang kebaikan improvise. Tapi still.
Bukan saja generasi awak, MK, generasi saya pun sama. You know, I think
Yeah.
proses pelajaran tu never ends.
Masih never ends.
Ilmu tu boleh cari di mana-mana.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah, and you know, I never look down on anybody. Like they say, like only an intelligent person can play the role of a fool, but a fool cannot play the role of an intelligent person, you know. So, you know, when people say some dumb things, you know, sometimes I'm thinking like, oh, maybe they're playing chess with this, you know. So I never, like, yeah, it's like that, I guess.
Wow. You got me thinking there for a bit. President. And kalau saya lihat comments di sini, we're getting comments from people. So many of them are just saying, Mr. President, Joe Flizzow.
President.
Yeah, they're just chanting your name. Dan, thank you so much, guys. That was amazing. Dan, I can only imagine kalau kita macam, you know, if we had hours to talk about this, I'm sure we can go on.
We can set up something.
Oh, that's great. Am I invited to this party?
We need to create more content with Malaysia, Singapore, you know.
That's fantastic. I would love that. Dan, kita ingin tahu, okay, let's touch about Chow sekarang ni. We've talked so much about hip hop, about music. MK, how big is it for you to be jumping on this song bersama dengan, you know, Joe Flizzow, J Park?
Big, super big. Opportunity, blessing, achievement, macam yang saya cakap tadi, Alhamdulillah, that's it.
Dan saya boleh bayangkan kerana, you know, apabila anda mendapat tawaran seperti ini from these people yang anda mungkin saksikan di kaca television when you were a lot younger, these were the people you know, looked up to, and now you're working with them.
Betul.
Yeah.
Something. That's why jangan pernah berhenti bermimpi.
Yeah, true. I just want to say, like, I think also MK's work dalam masa 1-2 tahun ni speaks for himself as well, you know what I mean? And also relationship like we've made over the last 1-2 years, you know, like you know, myself, J Park. I mean, I've known J Park longer, but also it was just like this. How it was. Lagu ni dah siap, and I was just me alone. Tak ada orang lain dalam lagu ni, you know, just me alone. I produced it, and I was keeping in touch with MK and also J Park, you know. So, you know, sometimes you need to, you know, friendship also requires effort, right? So
Yeah.
we were just talking with MK, kita just berbual during
Betul.
MCO, like how's Sabah, how's the lockdown, how's the
Yeah,
family,
yeah, thanks.
how's the family, and then like, hey, alamak, kita, you know, it's harder for us to do a track right now. Then I was like, hey, why don't you jump on Chow? Because MK dah dengar Chow at that point in time, yang masa saya seorang. Then MK was like, what? And I told him like, hey, I'm gonna ask J Park too. So, you know, like it was. I'm happy that it happened secara organic. MK was recorded in Sabah. J Park recorded in Seoul, and you know, I recorded in KL, and yeah, I recorded in KL at Aleph Studio in 2019. This song.
Oh, way before.
Yeah. I recorded the first rough draft was June 2019, and it was one of the songs yang macam bukan nak cakap lupa pasal lagu tu, but it's like I knew I had a banger, but you know, because of MCO, everything was locked. You know, everything came to a halt. Jadi kita pun tak ada lah perancangan nak keluar album dan semuanya. Then saya teringat like, hey, you know, this song is already like this. You know, we can make it better by getting two of, you know, rappers that I admire as well. You know, I like the style and confidence that both rappers project. So I think it's a perfect fit.
That's fascinating. I'm going to jump on this because you mentioned bahawa lagu ni memang dah siap. And I know that, you know, for you guys, for songwriters, for producers, kadang tu lagu tu disimpan for years.
Right.
3 years, 5 years, 8 years. It doesn't see the light of day. Do you both practice this? And do you think there's a reason for this?
Well, I think with hip hop, normally not more than 3 years because the
Right.
sound, hip hop sound, the drums, you know, everything, the mood, the vibe. But also, kadang-kadang in the case of Chow, if we had put it out in 2009, I don't know if it would be accepted as well because you know now Malaysian kids are listening to a lot more drill, a lot more tracks, and now it's really resonates. You know what I mean? So mungkin untuk kita it worked to our advantage. Tapi memang macam tu. You tanya mana-mana producer, memang diorang akan ada a secret folder dalam studio diorang yang akan ada lagu-lagu yang half buat, suku buat 5 line je, and it's normal lah. It's like a painting lah. Not all drawings are done, you know. Habis kan kadang-kadang.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And speaking about this, saya pernah dengar, you know, from some rappers, some writers, you know, sometimes kadang-kala tu, you know, you write a few bars and then you keep it forever until it comes out again. Tapi kadang-kala when it comes, it just comes and you finish the song right away. Wow. So what is the shortest time you think, masa yang paling pendek anda ambil untuk menghabiskan sebuah lagu? The both of you.
But mine was Havoc. When I wrote Havoc, I wrote it in like 7 minutes. My verse, you know, because that was really, that was really a demo. It was like, okay, so now I'm gonna do this, just like whatever, you know. Okay, Budak Subanjaya, blah blah blah. So that was a demo, and then I was like, I really wanted to re-record because Ultimate came in and his bars were like, hey, a bit more serious than mine, you know. But then I was like, nah, you know what? I like it. Like, I like the demo. It's sort of like a bit like a nursery rhyme, you know. You know, I'm not the type of rapper yang too concerned about what people think. Biar orang nak ingat gua macam right, you know, I didn't really right. You know, like, oh, of course you're not gonna compare this to. I don't care about all that. So we just let it run. So to answer your question, mine was really short because in my mind that wasn't gonna make it. I'm gonna redo it. You know, but I just wanted to fill it up because we had already had the chorus. And we got the have all. We called the chorus first, so I just needed to fill it up. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Magic was made in 7 minutes.
Like maybe less. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I just needed Sona to leave the studio because he didn't want to leave. Like, hey, Joma Chow. They kata, nah, man, you need a verse. You need to put out a verse. I cakap, alamak, mama ni tak nak belah. So I went into the studio and I just like, okay, let's go. I got 2 lines, you know. I already had the Subanjaya line. So I like, okay, yeah, I got the first line. Boom, go in and just drop it. And then stand for a while. And sometimes it's like that, you know. But I'm not gonna say that's the approach every time. So that's the advantage of now Now you say like how it was harder back then and harder
Yeah.
and easier now. That's an example I give you that is easier now. Like you can just take a mic, put it into your laptop, and okay, I got something. Boom. Dulu, you gotta
Right.
call somebody like, can I book a studio next week?
Right.
Yeah, okay. Like you know, so yeah, itu je. Beza dia macam benda-benda macam ni lah.
Oh, that's amazing. MK, what's your fastest song?
Shower.
Oh,
Satu
serious?
malam.
Oh yeah, MK did
Because
shout pretty quick. I think the same night he sent it back to me.
because the energy, excited kita apa semua, the adrenaline tu pump lebih sikit lah sebab I'm working with Joe tiba-tiba macam you wanna jump in gini. Terus semua boom.
You rode on the energy, terus.
And then I remember MK nak tukar. He wasn't happy like, oh, same thing lah macam I. Hey, nak tukar lagi. I cakap, no man, let's go. The verse is dope. Let's go. Yeah.
Kadang that's the problem, especially when you keep things. Itulah maksudnya, you know,
No, that's
tangan
why
gatal.
I feel like yeah, you're right because kadang-kadang kita sebagai artis kita boleh tunnel vision tau. Kita macam dah tak nak. So for me pendapat orang sebenarnya betul-betul kalau ikut hierarki siapa bos dalam studio, dalam setiap session, it's always the producer. No matter how big the artist is, dia macam ni lah, macam even though Leonardo DiCaprio could be the biggest actor, right? But when he gets to the set of a Scorsese film, Scorsese is the boss, right? So director is always the boss. So I think it's important also, even for people like me to, sometimes we can learn from producers, like they will tell you, and they're honest. They don't have any vested interest, dia orang tak ada, dia cakap, bro, gua rasa lu nyanyi balik lah, benda tu kan. Then kita dengar cakap dong, you know what I mean? So I've always, if I work with producer, no matter if the producer is 50 years old or 19 years old, I listen to them. Yeah. A beat maker is different. Sometimes you get a beat of a new kid and be like, okay, yo, what's up? You know, we're gonna do something. This is what we're gonna do. But you know, a producer when they're in the studio, that's the boss. So you always listen to the producer. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure you know you have producers on your show. Probably you have a producer right now.
I'm the producer on my show.
You're producing yourself, right? Yeah. So you're your
Seorang
boss.
kat sini.
Okay.
All right.
You get what I mean, right? Yeah.
I do, and that's fascinating. That's amazing. Tapi, you know, I believe that. Dan saya harap juga bahawa, you know, those who are listening will learn from that. That however big you think you are, there's always a boss at a place. That you always have to come in humble.
No, kind of.
Yeah.
But you're always gonna learn something, no matter who they are.
And even if you're number one, there's still the guy up there, you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you don't mind, we're just gonna play a quick game. Okay. I've actually prepared some of your songs, lagu-lagu anda sendiri.
Okay.
It's been reversed and sped up.
Oh wow.
And we're gonna see if you can guess. They're both your songs, MK dan juga Joe. It has both your songs. So we're gonna see if you can figure what songs they are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Saya mainkan this game bersama dengan Alif, I think a couple of weeks ago, and he really struggled, especially with one track.
Yo, it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, he really struggled. Let's try this. I've got 3 tracks for you. Just shout out the answer if you know. Kita mulakan yang pertama. I'll start with the easy one. I think ni senang lah.
Oh, okay. I think that's apa khabar.
Really?
No?
You want to hear it one more time?
One more time.
Okay.
Yo, that's too quick. Okay, second guess, huh? Sang Saka Biru?
MK, say your answer. You were pointing.
Wait.
Wait, whose song is that? Is that me?
Yes, that's you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's me. It's not apa khabar. So is it Sang Saka Biru?
MK, do you have an answer?
Apa?
Tak ada.
No,
Nah.
I'll tell you. It's Sang Saka Biru.
Ah, okay,
Oh,
okay.
that's
Okay,
amazing. How did you tell?
I don't know, just the tone, the tone of the voice. That's the only way. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Okay, second one. Must say relatively simple.
I know this. I know this.
Yeah,
Atapo, MK,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
The baseline,
Video tak
man.
boleh
The
lari lah.
baseline.
Man, I tried to make it, like lari kan tak boleh lah.
No, that's why that song is such a dope song. The baseline is so infectious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even at that speed, even at that, that pitch, you
can
just
still
know.
hear the baseline. Yep.
Okay, and the last one for you.
Joe.
I know it's me, but I want to say apa khabar, but I don't know.
No, it's not.
Oh, I can't, man. I can't really. Sampai jadi, I don't know.
What did you say?
I give up.
Sampai
Sampai
jadi.
jadi.
Who said that?
Joe.
MK. Yeah, I said it too. Yeah.
Joe.
Oh
Sampai
man,
jadi.
you guys are great. That's
Joe.
amazing. That's amazing, guys.
Yeah,
Well done. Wow. Okay, thanks for playing that game. That's amazing. Hey, that was relatively fast because Alif got stuck on one song for us. I think maybe 5 minit kot.
Dia producer, dia tak boleh dengar benda berserabut. So, dia punya otak terus tak function.
Right, do you think that's the difference?
Yeah, definitely. Like rappers probably approach it differently. Yeah.
Ah,
All he hears will just be like, "Oh my god, what is this?" First,
yeah.
and then they can try that shit.
Yeah, but that's interesting. I think I should play this a little bit more and, get a pattern, how people sort of like hear it. Yeah, and before I take too much of your time, Joe and MK, it's been great having you on the show. Terima kasih sangat-sangat kerana bersama saya dalam AG Studios. I just want to know what kedua-dua di antara anda, Joe, you've been doing this for 22 years, you mentioned. MK, still, nama anda, you're booming hot right now, MK. And you still have years ahead of you. Dan saya percaya bahawa, the both of you, aside from just your own music, your own rap, you also anda ingin memperkembangkan, carry the flag, the Malaysian flag, the Malay hip-hop flag, even the Southeast Asian hip-hop flag. Apa harapan anda mungkin for the hip-hop scene in the next 10, 20 years?
I want to see an Asian artist make it on the global level. A Southeast Asian artist, whether it's going to be from Singapore or Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam. I really feel like we have such a unique scene out here, and somebody's gonna come up on top real soon. Yeah, the same way you now went to the States, and she held the Malaysian flag up high. The same way I think it's already happening. It's already happening. Like you see, like Rich Brian and the whole 88 Rising movement. So I feel with Def Jam Southeast Asia, that's bound to happen too. And we're already making some good progress, so. My hope is that all, the fans keep supporting, your local neighborhood rapper, because, he needs all the support he can get, to represent you. You get me? Yeah. Okay.
That's what I think is beautiful about hip hop. It really is. Every single, rapper or hip hop musician you speak to, it always feels like it's a family.
Yeah.
It's always a family.
Yes. No doubt.
Okay.
Dah ada jawapan.
I wish we can go travel soon so I can go to Singapore. I miss a lot of food in Singapore, I miss a lot of people as well. So yeah.
Oh, please come. Yeah, I mean, kita pun rindu sangat dengan KL. Tak minta KL lah. Minta dekat. Johor je.
Kan?
Exactly.
Yeah, soon. Inshallah.
Hopefully. Then, before we just end it off, mungkin ada yang telah pun mengatakan, Joe, at your stage, at your level, you mentioned, Def Jam, and we know that you've been grooming artists, for example, you are a strong believer in growing the hip-hop scene there. Then in the next, many, many years, let's say you stop rapping
Mhm.
or you stop creating your own music. Do you see that happening? And do you think, because some people are saying that, with you grooming and things like that, do you feel like this could be you preparing for retirement of sorts?
I've never thought that far,
Mm,
but of course, getting older, I will eventually figure out how I'm gonna evolve
mm,
gracefully as well.
yeah.
I'm not gonna be 60 years old wearing a hoodie and trying to do some moves. So I might be in a tuxedo with an orchestra behind me, like coming down the stairs
Ooh,
like Fred Astaire, and the Rat Pack. So there's ways of doing it
ooh,
with class, and I believe like. I'm looking at people like Nas, I'm looking at people like Pharrell and Jay-Z and Fat Joe and how they are still relevant at the age of
yeah,
50. You gotta understand.
yeah.
So to answer your question, I'm not really thinking of retirement like that, but it's important. Hip hop will always be satu genre music yang akan dijulang dan diangkat oleh anak-anak muda. Jadi penting
Mm,
untuk mereka ada individu-individu yang positif untuk mereka lihat sebagai apa bukan nak cakap idola tapi sebagai good role models and examples.
yeah.
So if we can do
Example.
that with hip hop, it's great. That's why music, sports, I think is important because youth will always look to their favorite footballer, their favorite rapper, for inspiration. Not necessarily the older folks. The older folks are boring. Yeah, you need younger cats to inspire. So it's a yeah. That's how it is, I think.
Right. And MK sendiri, you have a long way ahead. Mungkin ini merupakan
Yes.
soalan yang pernah anda terima, but what more do you want in the next coming years?
Nas cuma nak memperbaiki, cuma ingin jadi yang terbaik, jangan ingin jadi yang terbaik dalam game ni, simple. For me, my clique, brother-brother yang lain untuk hip hop di Malaysia, untuk semua rapper di Malaysia maupun Singapura, Indonesia apa semua, untuk my generation kami cuma untuk pergi ke atas sana, untuk pergi lebih jauh, untuk sebarkan lagi muzik kami, untuk luaskan lagi pendengar kami insyaAllah. InsyaAllah terus ke depan lah.
That's it.
We hope to see that from you. We doakan juga. We can't wait to see more from, the entire scene. Dan actually, I just want to share before I end it off that saya sering beritahu para pendengar saya that, when you listen to a piece of music, when you see art, for example, dia kalau daripada mulut, dia sampai kat telinga je. Tapi kalau dia dari hati, it goes straight to your heart. And right now, speaking to the both of you, I'm starting to realize that this might have stemmed from hip hop because there's nothing more honest than hip hop.
Yeah, no doubt. I feel so. They say you can't fake the funk, so real recognize real. So it's been a real experience with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Joe Flizzow, MK, thank you for being with us. You can say, okay. Terima kasih kerana bersama kami di Real 897. If you're watching the stream, if you're missing it, anda masih boleh just go back to Facebook Real 897 and catch it there. We had a fantastic conversation. Joe and MK, you've opened my mind today, and this is the kind of conversation that I think I've missed for a while. So thank you. Saya percaya juga bahawa, the rising, mereka yang minat sahaja, mereka yang mendengar sahaja, I think they've heard and learned plenty from you this afternoon. Terima kasih sangat-sangat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Shout out
for
to
being with us,
Pura.
guys. We'll see you soon.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.